Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and warm greetings to everyone. My name is Rahman Adel Abdullah, a final year software engineering student at University Saints Malaysia. Today I'm honored to present SAKINA, my mental health Islamic app, a project that's very close to my heart. This project, developed under the supervision of Dr. Noor Atiya Abdullah, represents our commitment to addressing mental health challenges within Muslim communities through innovative technology. Start with a sobering reality. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 people will face mental health challenges at some point in their lives. That's over 450 million people worldwide struggling with conditions like anxiety, depression, and stress. For Muslim communities, this challenge is even more complex. Many of our brothers and sisters suffer in silence, unable to find mental health support that aligns with their faith and values. Traditional Western therapy often feels disconnected from Islamic teachings, while turning solely to religious practices may not address the clinical aspect of mental health. There is a significant stigma surrounding mental health in many Muslim communities. People fear judgment from their families and communities. They worry that seeking help might be seen as lack of faith or weakens their iman. This is where SAKINA comes in. SAKINA, which means tranquility in Arabic, is our solution to bridge this critical gap. It's an app that combines the wisdom of Islamic spiritual practices with evidence-based mental health techniques, creating a safe, private, and culturally appropriate platform for Muslims seeking emotional and psychological support. Let me break down the 4 core problems that SAKINA addresses. First, the cultural disconnect. Mainstream mental health applications are built with Western perspective at their core. They use terminology like mindfulness and self-care that, while valuable, don't resonate with Islamic concepts. There is no integration of dhikr, dua, or the spiritual practices that are fundamental to a Muslim's daily life. For many Muslims, this creates a barrier to engagement. Second, mental health stigma. In many Muslim communities, mental health issues are still a taboo. There is a fear of being labeled as majnoon or crazy. Many prefer to suffer alone rather than risk their reputation or family honor. This stigma prevents people from seeking the help that they desperately need. Third, the accessibility gap. Even when Muslims want help, culturally sensitive mental health resources are scarce and often expensive. There is a severe shortage of Muslim therapists who understand both clinical psychology and Islamic teachings. Language barriers and conceptual differences make existing resources feel foreign and inaccessible. Fourth, fragmented solutions. Currently, we have Islamic apps that focus purely on religious practices, prayer times, Quran recitation, dhikr counter, separately. We have mental health apps that completely ignore the spiritual dimension. There is no unified platform that recognizes that for Muslims, spiritual and mental well-being are deeply interconnected. This fragmentation fails to serve the holistic need of Muslim users. Based on these problems, we established 4 clear objectives for SAKINA. Objective 1. Culturally aligned mental health support. We integrate evidence-based psychological techniques within an Islamic framework. For example, cognitive behavioral therapy principles are presented through the lens of tawakkul, trust in Allah, and muhasaba, self-reflections. This makes mental health concepts accessible and acceptable to Muslim users. Objective 2. Digitize Islamic mental health practices. We've created a comprehensive database of authentic dhikhrs and du'as, each linked to a specific emotional states. Every entry includes proper Arabic text, transliteration, translation, and most importantly, guides on when and how to use them for emotional healing. This isn't just a collection, it's a therapeutic toolkit rooted in Islamic tradition. Objective 3. Provide a private stigma-free platform. SAKINA operates entirely on the user's personal device, ensuring complete privacy. Users can track their emotional states, receive personalized recommendations, and monitor their progress without fear of judgment. It's like having a trusted companion in your pocket, available 24/7. Objective 4. Create an intelligent recommendation system. Our algorithm analyzes users' emotional patterns and suggests appropriate Islamic practices. Feeling anxious? The app might recommend specific dhikhrs known to bring calm, like La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Struggling with sadness? It could suggest du'as for contemplating and relevant Quranic verses. This personalization makes the spiritual guidance relevant and immediately applicable. Now, let me walk you through our solution architecture and key features. For the front end, we choose Flutter with Dart programming language. This allows us to create a beautiful, responsive application that works seamlessly across different devices. The UI incorporates Islamic design elements, geometric patterns, Arabic calligraphy, and a Thuzian color palette that reflects Islamic aesthetics while ensuring excellent usability. Our backend is powered by Firebase, Google's comprehensive suite of cloud services. This gives us a secure user authentication, real-time data synchronization through Cloud Firestore, and scalable infrastructure that can grow with our user base. Every piece of user data is encrypted and protected, ensuring privacy and security. The key features that bring SAKINA to life include emotion tracking with Islamic guidance. User can log their emotional states and receive immediate Islamic wisdom related to their feelings. It's not just tracking, it's therapeutic engagement. Personalized dhikr recommendation. Based on emotional patterns, the app suggests specific dhikhrs and explains their benefits, creating a personalized spiritual prescription. Prayer time integration. We sync with prayer time to encourage regular check-ins and reflection, linking mental health practices with daily worship. Progress analytics. Visual representation of mood improvements over time, showing the correlation between spiritual practices and emotional well-being. Educational content. Articles and resources that explain the mental health benefits of Islamic practices, bridging the gap between faith and psychology. All of this comes together in an app that's not just functional, but truly serves the holistic needs of a Muslim user. Let me dive deeper into the technical architecture that makes SAKINA robust and scalable. We've implemented a clear three-tier architecture that ensures maintainability and performance. The presentation layer, built with Flutter, handles all the user interactions. This includes beautifully designed screens for emotion tracking, dhikr practices, and progress monitoring. We've implemented a custom navigation management to ensure smooth user flow and dual theme support. Users can choose between light and dark modes based on their preferences. The business logic layer is where the intelligence lives. We use the provider pattern for state management, ensuring efficient data flow throughout the app. Our custom recommendation agent operates here, analyzing user emotions and matching them with appropriate Islamic practices. All data processing and validation happens at this layer, maintaining a clean separation from both UI and database concerns. The data layer leverages Firebase's powerful ecosystem. Firebase authentication provides secure, hassle-free user login. Cloud Firestore serves as our NoSQL database, offering real-time synchronization across devices. We use cloud storage for multimedia content like audio recitation of dhikhrs and educational videos. To ensure code quality and maintainability, we've implemented several design patterns such as MVC architecture for clear separation of concerns, a repository pattern for data abstraction, making it easy to switch data sources if needed, provider pattern for efficient state management, solid principles through the code base. This architecture isn't just technically sound, it's built to scale. Whether we have 100 users or 100,000 users, the app will maintain its performance and reliability. The impact of SAKINA extends far beyond individual users. Let me share how this project creates ripple effects of positive change. For individuals, SAKINA provides accessible mental health support that respects their faith. Users finally have a culturally appropriate solution that doesn't force them to choose between their religious beliefs and psychological well-being. It offers a private, judgment-free space where they can explore their emotions and find healing through familiar spiritual practices. For communities, SAKINA helps normalize mental health conversations within an Islamic context by framing emotional wellness through religious teachings. We are reducing stigma and making it acceptable to seek help. The app preserves and promotes Islamic practices while demonstrating their mental health benefits, creating healthier Muslim communities and bridging generational gaps in understanding mental health. Our projects align with multiple UN Sustainable Development Goals. SDG 3, Good Health and Well-being by promoting mental health access. SDG 10, Reduce inequalities by addressing the mental health gap in Muslim communities. SDG 4, Quality education by providing educational content about Islamic practices and mental health. In terms of projected reach, we are targeting over 10,000 active users in the first year. Expansion to 5 languages: Arabic, Urdu, Malay, Kurdish, and Indonesian. Presence in over 20 countries with significant Muslim populations, 100% user privacy guarantee with no data sharing. These aren't just numbers, they represent lives touched, community strengthened, and a new paradigm for culturally sensitive mental health support. When I look at the entrepreneurship opportunity for SAKINA, I see something far more valuable than traditional revenue models. Let me share my vision with you. Our target market is indeed massive. There are 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide, with 60% under the age of 30. The Islamic app market is valued at 4.5 billion. But when I see these numbers, I don't see dollar signs. I see 1.8 billion souls who deserve access to mental health support that honors their faith. This brings me to our philosophy or monetization, or rather our commitment to accessibility. SAKINA will remain completely free forever. No premium tiers, no paywalls, no features locked behind subscriptions. Why? Because mental health is not a luxury, it's a fundamental human right. The sister struggling with postpartum depression in a remote village, the young brother battling anxiety about his future, the elderly uncle dealing with loneliness, they all deserve an equal access to support, regardless of their financial situation. You might ask, how is this sustainable? Here's my answer. The revenue isn't measured in currency, it's measured in lives transformed. When a mother finds peace through our guided dakhar practices, when a student overcomes exam anxiety using our Islamic coping strategies, when families heal because stigma no longer prevents them from addressing mental health, that's our return on investment. For sustainability, we are exploring ethical funding models, Waqf-based funding, Islamic endowments dedicated to community welfare, grants from mental health organizations recognizing our innovative approach, voluntary donation from users who want to pay it forward, partnership with Islamic institutions who share our vision of accessible mental health support. Our competitive advantage remains strong. First mover advantage as the only comprehensive free Islamic mental health platform. Trust and authenticity. Users know we are not trying to profit from their struggles. Community driven development features guided by user needs, not profit margins. Barakah, the blessing that comes from serving without expectation. Some might call this naive or unsustainable. I call it necessary. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best of people are those who bring most benefit to others. This is our entrepreneurship model. Social entrepreneurship where success is measured in healing, not earnings. SAKINA represents a new paradigm where technology serves humanity without exploitation, where mental health support is a community resource, not a commercial product. This is the entrepreneurship opportunity I'm most excited about, the opportunity to prove that when we prioritize people over profit, everybody wins. Now let me show you SAKINA in action. I'll take you through 6 key features that demonstrate how the app creates seamless supportive experience for users. You'll see how we've carefully crafted each interaction to be both spiritually meaningful and psychologically effective. Let's begin. So for the demo of the app, once we open the app, we get greeted from the login screen. SAKINA, Islamic Mental Health Companion for Peace and Tranquility. We have a login page. We can log in with our email. Once the user opens the app, they will get greeted with a home screen that summarizes their data. For example, we have prayer streaks, zikr sessions, journal entries, and breathing sessions. And if we come down, we have more trackings of how many prayers tracked today, or in this case, the user has not tracked any yet. Then the reset emotions that you have tracked. So the next screen is the prayer tracker. We come to the prayer tracker. We have the days beforehand. If you miss a day, we can go back to the day and track the prayers. And currently, we have 0 prayers tracked. We have a 0 streaked, a streak. Then if we continue the streak, we have milestones the user can reach, which gives them another incentive to continue their Islamic worship. And if they come down here, for example, they have the prayers. For example, if they track their prayers, the streak will go by 1. Then now they have a streak of 1 day, and if they continue, the streak will continue on and on and on. The next screen is the prayer time. Once the user does this, they will get asked for the permission based on their time. After they give the permission, it will tell them the current prayer, the next prayer, and how much time is remaining for the next prayer. And you have different prayer calculation if the user have different faith or different beliefs in how the prayer is calculated. The next screen is our emotions. The user can track their emotions and add the notes if they want. For example, my emotions currently, I feel, for example, let's say depressed and lost, for example, and I just want to track my emotions. The app will directly present to me dhikhrs that are specific for the emotions I currently tracked. For example, this is the Arabic text, then we have the transliteration, then the translation in English, then also the source where we have got this. Then you continue, then we have the combined of all of them. And after the user finishes all of them, they can track the session and save the session and also track one for them. Then the next screen is their emotion analytics. They can have weekly, monthly, and yearly, and will have their emotion summary. For example, we just logged in 2 negative emotions, and they have an emotional balance which is very negative. And if you go to the detailed analysis, They will have the detailed analysis, which we have two negative emotions, and we will recommend the action system. You have been experiencing a lot of negative emotions. Consider focusing on practicing zikr and breathing exercise to help reduce stress and negative feelings. This will change based on what their analysis is. The next one is the journal. The users can have a journal. For example, this is a demo. I can say this is a demo, and I can attach feelings to it. I feel happy, for example, then save. Then this will get saved, and the user can go back to it, and this will, and also we can click get zikrs. We will get zikrs based on the emotion they have. Then we have breathing exercises, and we have a couple of breathing exercise box for 7, 8, and deep breathing. For example, if you choose this one, we have a breathing exercise inhale. It will give them through the animation, then hold, then again exhale. And after this finishes, the total breath will go up to 1. This is one cycle, and this goes on and on. This is to reduce or stabilize the user's heart rate and anxiety and stress levels. Then next we have the zikr counter, which has all of our zikrs for all the emotions, so the user can access them at any time. And also we have the morning zikrs, which consists of 26, the evening zikrs. We have zikrs for ruqya and illness, then istighfars, nightmares, and dhikr for all times, and Quranic du'as. This is beside the emotions that we have. This is all the emotions. Next, we have the recent sessions. What we did, for example, we did angry 34 days ago, we had a combined emotion a minute ago, and so on. The next one, we have the Islamic content. We have articles here, quotes here, videos here. The videos will redirect to YouTube if you click it. The quotes, we can add quotes. This is currently empty to showcase how we will add it. Then we have articles. For example, article we read more. There is not currently nothing in, but articles will later be added based on the admin. We will showcase that also. That's why currently it's empty. We want to showcase it. So when you go to the last page, we have again the summarization of the user. Then we have the app setting, for example, dark mode or light mode. This is for all the screens. If you go light mode, then let's go dark mode again. Then we have reset password and sign out. Then only for this user, which is this email, you have the admin dashboard. The admin can do a couple of extra things: content management, user management, and analytics. Content management, the admin can add or delete any content that's already there. For example, we have a demo, we can delete it, and we can add the content. For example, quote. The title, let's say, be happy, but this will have to be Islamic content and Islamic quotes that will later be added. Never give up, and the author, I can say Rahman. Then we can add a tag to it if you want. For example, tag is happiness. Then we add this tag to it. Then we can have it as a draft or directly publish it. If we click this one, when we add content, it will get directly published. And if we go back to the content screen and we go to the quotes, we can say never give up by Rahman. Then if we go back to the admin dashboard, content manager, same goes for article. We can article and video as well. And next we have user management. And if we go to the user management, we have the users. We can adjust the users if you want. We can make this user an admin or view the details or disable their account. The next we have analytics. And for the app analytics, we have monthly, weekly, yearly, and all time. And we have the static, for example, 9 total users, 5 new users, 2 active users, and the average is 0.4. And this is the most common emotions tracked. This is an overall for the app. And that's it for the app. And we can log out from this tab here or just here sign out. And we go back to the main screen. As we conclude, I want to emphasize what SAKINA represents. This isn't just an app, it's a movement towards culturally sensitive mental health support for Muslims worldwide. We've successfully created the first comprehensive platform that honors Islamic traditions while incorporating evidence-based psychological practices. Our robust, scalable architecture ensures that SAKINA can grow to serve millions of users without compromising performance or privacy. The positive feedback from our initial testing has been overwhelming. Users report feeling understood for the first time, finding comfort in combining their faith with mental health practices. Looking ahead, we are excited about our roadmap, launching the iOS version in the third quarter of 2025, adding multi-language support for Arabic, Urdu, Malay, and Kurdish, introducing AI-powered counselor matching to connect users with culturally sensitive therapists, building community features for peer support within Islamic guidelines, integrating with wearable devices to track stress and suggest timely interventions. Our vision remains clear, making mental health support accessible, culturally relevant, and spiritually enriching for Muslims everywhere. If you'd like to learn more about Sakina or discuss potential collaborations, please reach out to me at rahman22@student.usm.my. Thank you for your time and attention. May Allah grant us all Sakina, true tranquility of the heart and mind. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you.